This 15-year-old boy was dragged by a hyena that bit his face. In 2016, a 15-year-old boy named Urko was camping in South Africa's Kruger National Park when a hyena snuck under a perimeter fence. Instead of scraps of food, it found him sleeping in his tent. The animal bit down on his face and dragged him nearly 100 feet. He later said he could hear the bones in his face crunching like a bag of chips. The surgeons had to reconstruct his face with plates and rebuild soft tissue, and he lost an eye. With a bite force of 1100 psi, hyenas have an incredibly strong bite, especially given their size. On average, spotted hyenas weigh 180 pounds and reach lengths of 6.5 feet, but stand only 3 feet at shoulder height. And yet they have a bite strong enough to break bone. Now, one hyena is bad enough, but our next victim had to fight off two. On August 30th, 2025, Nicholas was camping at Cape Vidal Nature Reserve in South Africa with some friends for a bachelor party. After a night of fishing and drinking, he zipped himself into his tent and fell asleep. 30 minutes later, he woke up to pure horror. A spotted hyena had its jaws clamped around his head. Another was biting his ankle. The predators had slipped into his tent through a small opening left for ventilation, thinking they'd found an easy meal. And to a hyena, a sleeping human looks a lot like a carcass. Acting on instinct, Nicholas did the only thing he could. He fought back. He tore his head free, gouged at one hyena's eyes, and shoved his hand down the throat of the other. In less than a minute, the animals fled, but the damage was brutal. His father ran over to find him covered in blood, barely recognizable. Nicholas needed 30 stitches across his head, cheek, and hand. Miraculously, no bones were broken, which is insane. Now, as I mentioned before, hyenas often mistake sleeping humans for an easy meal. They aren't known to actively hunt us, but in some cases, desperate times lead to desperate measures. In Zimbabwe, an 87-year-old man sleeping in his hut was dragged over 1,000 feet by a pack of hyenas and killed during the dry season, when food was scarce and the animals were moving into communities in search of prey. If you're ever in hyena territory, secure your campsite. Don't leave tents unzipped, don't keep food nearby, and if the unthinkable happens, aim for the eyes, the snout, or even the throat. Check out our full-length video on the deadliest hyena attacks, where we go much deeper into these stories and interview a hyena expert. And he knew why.